and starting in church, and she's done many things. She's gotten many awards. She recently had a top 10. She was a top 10 finalist for the Michigan State Fair Superstar Competition in 2022. She's also sang the national anthem, repeating the EMU at her at the Detroit Tigers baseball game in 2023. Through her gospel music, her foundation, Jonay, enjoys singing other multiple genres of music such as classical music in English, Spanish, German, and Italian. Okay. And also she's done doing Broadway, jazz, and R&B. And currently she is making her mark in releasing her own song material, now available on all streaming platforms worldwide. And we are going to take a listen to a few of her songs tonight. Please help me welcome 21-year-old Jonay. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for
Good.
having me.
Yes. I've interviewed you for a couple years ago on my other show, The Entertainment Lounge. We had so much fun. And your father and I, we are alumni from Benedictine High School.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so shout out to the class of '89, Benedictine High School. Yes. And I believe I found you. I believe he posted your video on his Facebook page, and I believe that's how I found you.
Okay.
Yeah, either on Facebook or Instagram. And remarkable, beautiful voice. I want to say you sound like, to me, now that I hear you for a second time, to you from 2 years ago, you sound a lot like, what is that young lady's name? She just went out of my mind for a second, but she was, but she was on American Idol too. She didn't win, but she was second place from Fantasia. She got her own talk show. Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Jennifer Hudson. Yeah, to me, she has a voice like Jennifer Hudson, guys.
Oh,
and
thank you.
yes, and we're going to talk a little about your music, your journey, how it's been, going on this journey, this musical journey. So tell us, who is Jonay?
Jonay is a person. She is confident. She is sure of herself. She knows who she is. She is not afraid. She loves to sing. She loves to entertain, but not just for her own self. She just loves to share her story and also share other people's story, and hopefully that both of the two correlate. And it's just something that we both have in common.
For sure. Now, how did you happen to get into this industry? We'll talk a little bit about later how you started in church, but what made you want to get into this industry?
I would say my senior year of high school, when I had this type of experience where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was singing because I was being told to, like in church, but I never had the experience. This is actually what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So when I actually started singing more and getting out of myself and looking at the bigger picture, that music is actually healing for people, and I said, okay, this is not just for me anymore.
Yeah.
So that, like, music is a medicine. If it's a medicine for me, why not give that to somebody else?
For sure.
Just overall, when you just get into the groove of it, you just have fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
For sure. And it should be fun, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a business too.
Mhm.
We get into a little bit about that, but it should be something that you enjoy.
Absolutely.
So why not do something that you enjoy? If you enjoy it, then you'll be good at it.
There you go.
That's for sure. We're going to take a listen to "Fallen" in just a few minutes, but tell the audience out there, once we listen to "Fallen," what made you write that song? What inspired you to write that?
So this song was the first song that I ever wrote and recorded since I had a vocal health hiatus last year. So in my spirit, I was telling myself the best thing to do is just to share how God has been good to me in this season of just being at a stop.
Okay.
So this song was basically my coming to Christ story and the reason why I did it, and it's the best individual choice that I could have ever made. So that's a brief synopsis of where that's coming from. Don't mean to get deep, but
Right.
it's just kind of what it is.
Well, sometimes we have to go deep, and you could, someone else out there could be, could relate to it. You
Mhm.
never know. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play your song. Now, this is newly released. What was
Yes.
it? This was released this
This
year,
was
right?
yes, it was February. I released this song on Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Ironic,
awesome,
right?
awesome, awesome,
February,
awesome.
or I think I got it backwards. I released it in January. Okay, that's what it is. I released the video. No, go back. I released the song at the end of January,
Hmm.
I believe, or it was sometime in 2023. I can't remember. Everything's been a fog this week.
Yeah,
And the video came out February 14th. I think
awesome,
that's what happened.
awesome.
I believe I'm right.
So there's a video for Fallen.
Yes,
Oh, did you send that to me?
I believe I did.
Oh, if not, you got to send that to
I
me.
will definitely do that right
Oh,
now.
yes, you got to send that to me. All right, everyone. Here is Jonay, and this is Fallen. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Work for me today. One second, everybody. You know how these technology stuff goes. All right, let me ask you a couple more questions. So while I'll go ahead, because it's making me log in. Yeah. So we talked a little bit about how you got started. How did you? Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that video.
Hmm.
What do you think what separates you from the other artists?
I would say what separates me from the other artists is that in a presentation sense, I am in my own way. Not in a bad way, but in a good way.
Okay.
Like, I don't adapt to how other people do.
Okay.
I just be myself.
Okay.
And that comes to my artistry, in my outfit choice, hair, makeup.
Mhm.
Just be complete in yourself
Oh yeah.
and be an individual. It's okay to have small influence from maybe another person,
Mhm.
but you never want to be a direct copy.
Oh yeah.
Individuality is key.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. When you're performing, what is that like for you on stage?
It's a very big mixed bag of feelings. So I would say as a singer, you never not get nervous. There is
Okay.
not, so if you're a singer or entertainer out there
Mhm.
and you get nervous, that is completely normal. There's nothing wrong with you.
Mhm.
Only problem is going to be fear.
Ah.
Fear is crippling, but nerves just means you care.
Oh
So
yeah.
for me, it's I'm nervous. Like, okay, I went over this, I went over that. What if this, that, and the third happened? You just have to let it go and release it all out on stage. Mistakes happen,
That's true.
and it's okay. But if you prepared, then it shouldn't be that big of an error.
That's true.
But I would say another feeling I have is this: I have fun with it,
Mhm.
and for me personally, once you hit the stage, those nerves are gone.
Ah. Yeah.
Especially when you have the audience and they're interacting with you, it just becomes a joyous experience.
Mhm.
So I guess
Mhm.
that answers the question.
I agree. I agree. I switched over to another platform. Let's try doing Fallen through this platform and see if we can get
Okay.
that connected.
Let's say I'm working on a research paper about the future of renewable energy,
Commercial
and I come
guy.
across a study with findings I want to include in my paper.
Commercial.
I can use Grammarly to paraphrase it so it fits more seamlessly into my
Buckle up, let's go, and I'll for sure let you know of the greatest love story that it's ever been told. And it's not your typical fairy tale, but believe it's a love that will surely never fail. Yeah, he gave his life for me at a place called Calvary. Rose up again on day 3, so I can be set free. And you never disappoint. At my best on my breaking point. So as long as my heart beats, I serve the one and true living G.O.D. Yeah. I'm falling in love. Can't you see I'm falling? Falling in love with you. So I'm falling.
I love it. I hate to cut that off real like that, but oh my God, that is just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Um, Fallen, everyone, Fallen. Again, you can find that at all all of her platforms, and she's gonna say that at the beginning of let you know where all her songs at on her platforms at the end of the show. Again, you are watching the Artist Showcase. I'm your host, Tiny Michelle, and you are watching on WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Be sure to like us and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. And again, thank you for tuning in to WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. So, let's talk about family. So, is any members of your family have a musical background at all?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I have a whole anthropology of people who are musical. My mom used to play piano in her teen years. My grandpa, who is a Baptist preacher, he's been singing all his life. Even in the military, he would go overseas in different countries and sing. He still sings in this quartet group. My dad, he plays the drums at his church. My aunt was a choir director. Who else? I have another boatload of aunts that sing. My other grandfather played bass guitar in a group. So it is a lot. So I've been surrounded by music my entire life.
Wow. So yeah, and that's where you get that talent, that beautiful voice, right?
Yeah, I guess it's God given and that.
When we talk about, you are a songwriter as well. So when we talk about that, what is your creative process?
Creative process is not consistent. It's not one way.
Okay.
So it'll be sometimes I sit in my room in my own setting and space, and I just write down. If I hear maybe a track that I want to use, I'll write based on that, or sometimes I'll start from the ground up. It's totally fine. There are times where I'm driving and I hear something that's just jammed into my inner ear, and I have to pull over because I don't have any pen and paper, so I have to voice memo it and sing it out loud and record it, and just keep on driving wherever I got to get to. There are even times where it will appear in dreams. So I'll be asleep or just getting started. You know, like when you're just getting into the sleep and you feel it?
Yeah.
And I'll hear something in my ear as loud as like you can hear me talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to get up out of my sleep, as good as it feels, and voice memo it or write it down, because there have been instances when this has happened and I said, oh, I'm just going to take this nap. I'm tired. I'll remember when I get up, and I don't. And it's one of the biggest mistakes that I have ever made, not once, but twice. I remember there was a 20 vocal part arrangement that I had in my head my junior or senior year of high school, and I took a nap, and I said, I'm going to remember. I woke up, still can't remember. And I'm mad about that.
Wow.
So I said, never again, no matter how small, how big, if it sounds stupid, it's going to come together later, eventually. You may not see it, but it's going to come together.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why you got your video recorder, not the video recorder, your recorder.
Audio,
on your
this phone is full.
Yes.
It's full.
Oh.
It's full.
See? For sure. What artists out there that you would love to collaborate with?
Ooh. Right now, Lettucey hands down.
Now why Madison? I
She
can
is
see that
so.
now.
I sound like fangirl for saying this. She is just so cool.
She is.
She's an
Beautiful
amazing
spirit.
songwriter. She has an amazing vocal agility. She's diverse. I went to her concert in Detroit at the music hall recently this past summer, and I was just in awe how she was just able to drastically change into different aspects and different parts of music.
Yeah.
And I've been a fan of her albums for a good hot little minute. So I would
Wow.
love to collab with her.
Yeah, I can see that. It's coming.
Mhm.
You my
It's
little gesture.
coming.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. For those of you who are just tuning in, my guest tonight is Jonay, and she is a singer songwriter. We just listened to one of her songs that just came out by the title "Fallen." So you can find that on YouTube and other social media platforms. She's going to give us all of that information towards the end of the show, so be sure that you stick around and listen to that, right?
Mhm.
Again, this is the Artist Showcase. I'm your host, Tanya Michelle, and this is WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I got to give my birthday shout out really quick. Wallace, happy birthday to you. He just turned 56 years old. Ladies, if you saw him, he looks like he is in his mid 30s. He looks very, very good. Just met him this evening at J. Alexander. But happy birthday to you, Wallace. Happy birthday to James Harris, my alumni of Benedictine High School. Happy birthday to you. I believe he had a birthday on yesterday. I appreciate you. And shout out to my guys at Midas over there on Telegraph and 10 Mile. Got to shout you out. Helped me with my vehicle last week where I couldn't be on the show. Did an amazing job. They do excellent work. Be sure that you look them up. Midas over on the corner of Telegraph and 10 Mile. Be sure that you take your car there. Need a tune-up, muffler. They got you. They gotcha. So shout out to Nick and Rob over there at Midas, over on Telegraph and Tim out in Southfield, Michigan. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Hmm. Let's do one or two more questions, and then we'll go on to the next song, Maybe We, which is one of my favorites. For
Okay.
sure, for sure. Let's talk about American
Okay.
Idol. What was that like to audition for them? First of all, tell me from the very beginning of how, from the very beginning of, why did you want to audition for American Idol, and what was that like for you?
It was an experience just to give myself the chance to put myself out there and to try something new. So fast forward, the end result was I did not get in, but that's okay
That's
because
okay.
there's always next year, there's always other shows, and there's different outs and angles to do. I mean,
Yeah.
to get involved, to get yourself out there. There's always open mic nights, there's gigs, posting on social media. There's plenty of options out there.
Oh, yeah.
With that process, it was during the time of COVID. Oh, I forgot. I auditioned for The Voice the following year.
Oh, did you?
I just remembered just now. So
Oh,
I did it
cool.
twice. So American Idol, how that went during COVID is that you go on their website, make an account, fill out a profile, and they'll email you an audition time.
Right. Okay.
Actually, that's backwards. You record a video, and you would send it into the account,
Okay.
and they look at it and they'll give you feedback. It'll be yay or nay from that point.
Okay.
For The Voice, it was a little bit different because that one you make an account portal, sign up, they give you an audition time, you get on a Zoom conference call. You can't see them, but they can see you, and you sing for however amount of time given, introduce yourself, camera shuts off, and they'll give you your results the day of or sometime the day after, and it's either yay or nay.
Okay.
The similarity between those two is that that first video audition is not in front of the judges you see on TV. It
Oh,
is,
really?
you're auditioning in front of the producers of the show. And
Mm,
there's
okay.
plenty of them
That makes
scattered
sense.
around because they're looking at people all across the country, maybe even across the globe. I have no clue.
Right.
So when you get through that process and it's a yay, then it's probably maybe one or a couple more steps. And then that's when you get to the actual judges on the show to audition.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, audition for producers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I know for my show, the Entertainment Lounge, even though there's local and there's international artists, um, a lot of them out there, believe it, guys, don't do interviews or don't know how to interview. So there are times when I have to technically audition them, to interview to see how good they are, and then they go on to the next step.
Did we do
So
Did we do that? I don't remember us doing it. Or maybe because it's been such a while ago. We probably did.
probably
believe so.
we probably did.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we probably did. Yeah, we probably did. But yeah, you did an excellent job. So you got on the show, and then you're here on WJCC.
Hey, hi. Hello, everyone.
So sometimes I'll skip it if they're not. I know they're really good. Their music is really good, and I can kind of tell that they have good interview skills. Then yeah, they're cool. Carla Cook. Carla Cook is the daughter of legendary Sam Cooke, one of my favorite artists from back in the day. You sung backup for her.
Yes, I did.
How was that? What was that like?
About a total of 3 times. That was such a fun experience. I had so much fun. Briefly, how I met her, my grandfather, shout out to Pastor Mark, I love him so much. He called me out of the blue maybe a few years back. He was like, "Hey, are you doing anything right now?" I said, "No, I'm not doing anything right now. What's up?" He said, "Well, I need you to come to the church right now. It's something really important. And like, just drop everything and get here." And I'm in my mood, like I really don't want to get up. I don't feel like it. So then, okay, fine. So I went up to the church, and then it's Carla Cook there. Don't know who she is. Didn't put it together that Sam Cooke, I was born by the river, was her father.
Right.
So I met her, and then we started talking, and then she said, "Hey," she heard the song "Find My Way," my first song, because my grandpa paid it for her. She said, "I love how you sound. Would you like to sing backup for me?" And I dropped everything and said, "Absolutely. Absolutely."
Awesome.
And that same day, in that building, I actually met this older gentleman. I don't remember his name, but he was a guitar instructor for Jimi Hendrix.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was cool as well. I don't remember his name, but I remember that detail.
Yeah.
So fast forward, Carla, she invited me to her home for a rehearsal, and I got to meet the band, and we performed in Greenwood Coffee House in Ann Arbor a couple of times.
Okay.
I would say the biggest moment was when she invited me to sing with her in Wisconsin for a gig. Here's the funny story. So I came.
We love
home
stories.
Yeah, I came home from school. I was at my grandma's house, and I'm just chilling. I'm thinking that Wisconsin was in a couple of weeks, so I'm relaxing, finishing my homework. My hair is not done, and I think it was like 7 o'clock at the time. So then I get a text from Carla. She said, "Hey, we're leaving for Wisconsin in 4 hours. Are you ready?" I said,
Yeah.
"Whoa. Wait a minute, this is completely off." So I had to get everything together, send out emails saying, "Hey, give me all the homework. I'm not going to be able to make class tomorrow." And then pack my bag, and then my mom had to rush and do my hair that night, and she had to drop me off at her house, and we took a van all the way from the east side of Detroit all the way to Wisconsin, past Wisconsin Dells. But I wouldn't trade that experience for
I
the
know,
world. So I just had to
right?
balance my schoolwork. This is my sophomore year of college.
Okay.
So I just had to take my bag, my duffel bag, and my luggage and my backpack with me, balance my schoolwork, and just seize the opportunity.
Wow,
And
that's
it
right.
was fun. Did I get homesick at one point? Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, did
Because
you?
it was my first time being that distance without anybody for a dream.
Ah, gotcha.
But I would not
Gotcha.
trade that experience for the world. That was one of the most greatest, humbling experiences of my life, and I would definitely love to do something like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. It's coming.
Mhm.
It's coming. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I met some great musicians,
Yeah.
and we ate some good food.
Ain't
And
good.
they treated us like royalty
Oh,
over
you
there. I
see,
just
yeah.
maybe just traveling for music. Period. They treat
Yeah.
you like you are a princess.
So get
Or
ready.
prince. So that was different for me.
God is preparing you. He is
Mhm.
preparing you. Yep. Get ready because this is what it's gonna be like
Mhm.
when it's you as the headliner.
Mhm.
This is gonna be you. It's gonna be you. Maybe we. I want to play a little bit of that as well, and then we're gonna go into. I don't see this other song on here on YouTube. We'll find it. Find my way. We'll find it. I'm gonna find my way. On YouTube. This is everybody. I'm going to play Maybe We. This is another one of my favorites. I love this. Love it. Love it. Love it. It sure isn't you. It's pretty though, but it's not you though. And I did click on it. Hold on, everybody, because I did click on that. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. For those who want, who was that? That was Ray Khalid. The song was "Is It Worth It?" I got to. I have to announce that because yeah. So let's see. Here we go.
See you standing there from across the room. I sense you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So baby, here's your chance. Don't have to make a scene. I can tell that you just wanna fight with me. So maybe just for one night, I'll show you how I feel, and you can do the same. So we both know it's real. So just follow your pride and just take my hand, and we can do this one dance. I just want you to dance all night with me, baby, with me, baby. We can dance all night till ecstasy. Just you and me, just me and you. I can't help but tonight, you give me butterflies. So let's just take a
I love it. 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 What inspires you to do Maybe We?
I was an 18-year-old at the time, just having fun.
Oh, stop it. 18?
I was 18 at the time when I wrote
Get
this.
out of here.
I guess that's one of those things that I was able to write, not from my own experience, but to listen to other people's story and just create a masterpiece. I really wish I could tell you a whole in-depth story where that came from, but there just isn't. I just heard a beat from my producer at a time. I told him to, let's change this to that. We went and got it fixed and mastered, and that was it.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Just having fun.
So yeah, so when you write your songs, so sometimes it's not really personal. It could be from a story someone told you, or
Pretty
yeah,
much,
yeah. And a lot of people can, if they're like me, they listen to the words,
Mm-hmm.
and they could relate.
Right.
You know. Yeah.
It's like universal surface levels. You can take it any way you want. It's like
Yeah.
a mystery. That's kind of like the beauty of short stories and poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. For
Mhm.
sure. Let's talk about school a little bit.
Okay.
Your major.
Yes.
This is something else. I love this, and I got to bring you back on so we can talk a little bit more in depth about
Okay.
this. So you're majoring in music therapy.
Yes.
What exactly? Tell everyone what exactly is music therapy.
Music therapy, from a technical term, is using musical skills to achieve a non-musical goal.
Okay.
That's what they tell us in the textbook.
Yeah.
But I just say using music to help people.
Yeah.
So, for example, if there's a person from a car accident and they struggle with the ability to regain the ability to walk,
Mhm.
we would use music of their what's that word I'm looking for? Come on. Using the music that they prefer
Okay.
or that they're accustomed to, that they enjoy,
Mhm.
and we would walk to the pace of that
Okay.
to get that rhythm and that momentum.
Mhm.
We can use music therapy for NICU, for when babies are born, to not correlate, but to bond together between mother and child.
Oh, okay.
We can use it for psychological disorders, mental
Mhm.
health, cognitive and developmental disabilities,
Mhm.
physical limitations. You can use it in schools,
Yeah.
forensics, psych hospitals, criminal justice. A broad it's a broad
Yeah.
it's an isolated degree because it's music therapy, but it can go anywhere.
Right.
So I guess I'm saying it's broad on where you can use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dementia and Alzheimer's and nursing homes is also where we
Mm.
use it, as music can help
Oh.
trigger memory.
That's yep, that's true.
And the big one is using music therapy at the end of life,
Okay.
where we help a client transition from here to after, and we also help the family with their grieving process, and that could be with an adult, a child, infant,
Yeah.
you name it. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. And you know, I have to throw in there too, doggies as well. I'm a dog lover. Does anybody know me personally? I have a Italian Greyhound mixed with a Chihuahua.
Aw.
So you know, Chihuahuas, you always see them shake all the time.
Mhm.
It's not because they're cold. Most of the time, they have anxiety, right? Or they have attachment issues. So when I adopted Chanel, I adopted her during COVID. So
Okay.
she was 12 years old. She's now 15. She's my baby. She's my baby. I have no children, so she's like my baby. So what calms her is jazz. So when I leave her at during the day if I'm at work, I put on jazz. I say, Alexa, play contemporary jazz,
Mhm.
and it calms her. It makes it, keeps her asleep all day, and it just calms them. So not only just people, animals too, dogs as well. It's like a stress, anxiety to calm them down. Instead of just giving them pills.
Right.
So I had to add that in there because for my dog it helps. It helps her a lot. Thank God I don't have to give her
Right,
any
right.
stress pills or anything. Because she eats organic stuff,
Ooh.
right? Yeah, I know she is
Dogs as well,
fancy.
too.
She's fancy. I see another one on here. Is this your song too, Damage?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna play that one in just a minute. I've never heard this one. I never heard that one before. Can I play it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna play that in a few, in a few minutes. It's something how you, and then I'm gonna play Find My Way.
Okay.
Towards the end of the show. Um, let's talk a little bit about really quick your journey in this industry. We talked about you being on stage, how fun it is, and things of that nature, but then there's the business side of it. For anyone who's going into, who wants to get into this business, and not just saying your personal experience, but what would you say the pros and cons in getting into this industry?
Pros? would definitely be is you get more exposure, meeting new people, and getting into new spaces that you may not be in by your own doing.
Yeah.
Um, Exposing yourself to certain techniques and musicality, um, different people, learning a language on how to communicate with people from a musical and a business perspective. That's a pro overall opportunity.
Yeah.
The con would be the business part of it. You have to manage your business well. And if you don't know how to do it by yourself, by all means, get a team that can help you on how to manage your finances, if the opportunity is a good opportunity or if it's bad. Um, Another con, it could be a pro and a con. You have to be mindful about your social media at all times. You need to
Good
be
point.
careful on what you say and what you do.
Good
You may
point.
not see it, but you are on 24-hour surveillance. Once again,
Good point.
24-hour surveillance. When you think they're not watching, they are watching.
Yep.
If you have to think twice about what you're going to share, like information, photos, don't do it.
Yeah.
And even in your private time, whatever you got in the phone, technology is weird. People get hacked. Things get leaked. Be mindful.
Yeah,
So that's
for
two
sure.
things. Managing your business, social media. Make sure that with your finances, it's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would say if you're pursuing this business and you have other priorities, find a way for them to coexist. Like if you have this music and you're trying to get from the ground up and you got a job at the same time, don't quit your job. Please don't do that.
Right.
Please don't quit your
All
job for
right.
that. Find a way for them to coexist. And then if one outweighs the other, then that works for you.
Yeah.
But I know
sure.
for me personally, I try to bounce off at the same time. And in anything you do, even music, always have a plan B.
Oh yeah. For
Because
sure.
you never know, plan A may not work out,
Right.
or just may not work out right now.
Mhm.
So have a plan B, and and it is possible to have a plan B that's tied into your A.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in music for entertainment, but I also have music therapy as a backup plan.
Right.
So those are your
Yeah.
pros and cons. The overall is to trust your gut.
Yeah.
Trust your gut doesn't lie to you, and stay prayed up.
Mhm.
Always stay in prayer and seek the Lord's face, and He'll never lead you wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I want to add to that too, when it comes to contracts, be sure that you know someone or have someone to look over your contracts. Don't
Yes.
just sign, in a whim. I know back in the 90s, and I just saw this on a documentary. I don't remember the group's name, but so many artists back in the 90s, they were so excited to get signed on, or to a label that they didn't even bother looking at the contracts, and they would just, that would swindle out of millions and millions of dollars.
I had a story similar to that of my own.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to, please share it. We
Yeah.
got a little bit of time.
Okay, briefly. People out there, we see a lot of times we have YouTube where you have beats and you have tracks that you can purchase and you can use that as your own music. I have done that. I'm not going to say do I recommend it or I don't, but from my personal experience, it was the beat that I used for one of my songs, and then I had my melody, all it together. It's been out. You find on social media that we have this other person and their things were just kind of similar to mine, so we
Yeah.
tried to take legal action.
Right.
We didn't deal with this person. We're just going to let it be what be, because I know my song came out first and it was genuine. I didn't talk to anybody. But the contract, I didn't read it all the way through. Music contracts are built that we cannot understand.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
It's best, so if you have a contract, by all means, please get a lawyer to look over that contract.
Yeah.
For us, and me and my team, we looked at it and we contacted Legal Shield, and they said, unfortunately, we can't even read this contract to you because this contract is based in the United Kingdom. and we're in the U.S. So what it was trying to say is that purchasing that beat, they get a percentage of radio play or whatever play, and then you get a percentage, and then you own all of your lyrics and all the melodies on top of the track, but the track belongs to them. It was a bunch of different confusion. And also, if you use these tracks on YouTube, and people are commenting, because they're in the comment section, you can see people will post lyrics ideas.
Yeah.
Don't ever post your lyrics on there, because let's say if somebody uses that, I never done that, but if someone uses that and it becomes the top hit of the world, it's not going to look fun for you.
Yeah.
So whatever ideas you have, do not share it with people, especially on a platform like that.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that you find producers that make beats authentically.
Yeah.
So it's easier for you to have ownership of everything and not go through these hoops and hurdles and loopholes.
Yeah.
And then don't know the ramifications.
Exactly.
You kind of defeat a contract.
Right.
Yeah. That's that.
Good point. Good point. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Because you know, a lot of people out there who, like I said, wants to get into this business, they don't know that. And I've never had an artist on this show that kind of break that down when it comes to things like that at YouTube and all this social media platforms and things like that, where you get percentages and things like that. So very good point. Very good point.
If you want all your money, if you want all of your money, find someone that makes beats, and then they'll give it to you, or they'll just, like, you can pay cash app or whatever.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, it's not bad to buy beats online, but if you don't want to run into those ramifications, like I mentioned, go the other way.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. We're going to listen to Damage, and then I'm going to go right into Find My Way, and then we're going to ask Jonay, where can you find her music on social media? This is Jonay. This is her song Damage.
Every time I look into your eyes, I get such a weird feeling that I can't describe. I never knew I would ever find a love that would make my heart take off and fly. I'm really hoping that you have a clue that I would be the one that you just want to pursue. And now I think this is my cue to ask all the questions, to know all about you. Tell me all the things you like, favorite time of year and why. Tell me all the things you like about me, taking time. But most importantly, will you stay forever mine? Talk about love, talk about love, talk about what we used to do. Don't have to say much, let's talk about us, just until this life is through. Talk about us, talk about us, talk about what we used to do. No time to fuss, let's talk about us, just until this life is through. Yeah, I know that you're the one that I want to spend all my life with, but that can't happen until we find out what caused the damage. I know I messed up, but you did the same. I never knew that we could cause each other so much pain. But really, who could I blame? Cause your love is just something that I need to say.
Here, be like, ah, you went too long. Oh, sorry, I was just vibing.
I feel it.
I was just vibing to it. Damage. Tell everyone what inspires you to do that song.
For what I've seen, during that time, there was a lot of people in relationships going on, and then they called me about their issues that they were having. And the common denominator of that, and what I've seen in my own life, like with my family, communication is key.
Yes, I was just telling somebody that today.
Yeah, if you don't have communication,
Right.
you're going to run into so many different issues no matter what stage you're in.
Exactly.
So, like the song says, I know that you're the one that I want spend my life with.
Mhm.
But it can't happen until we find out what caused this damage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's it.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the foundation. You
Mhm.
can't move forward until something is had where you can figure out how you got to this place.
Right.
And then after that is established, you can figure out, do you want to fix it or not.
Yeah.
So that's the backstory of
Love it.
Mhm.
Love it. Love it. Let me see if I can. Let me go back here. I'm going to play a little bit of Find My Way. I like this one too.
Thank
I
you.
like this one. You got a video for this too. So
Yes,
anybody?
that was my
Yeah.
first music video I ever done.
Awesome. And it was done in Detroit.
Yes.
Yes, which I really love because you had all highlights of downtown Detroit, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it. I
Thank
love
you.
it. I love it. This is Jonay. This is Find My Way. Okay, for the speaker. Okay, now.
Gotta find my way. Gotta find my way. You can see me flying high, like a star up in the sky. Gotta find my way. I can feel my dreams getting closer, but when I grab it, the whole world gets colder. Everybody in my corner turns a shoulder, but I gotta stay strong like a boulder. Don't have much time for stress. I'm living life, no regrets, and I'm just gonna do my best to make sure I tie the rest. Gotta find my way. Gotta find my way. You can see me flying high, star up in the sky. There were times I cried in my sleep. I didn't know.
I like it.
Thank
I like
you.
it. I like it. What do you want to say to your fans out there?
To my fans, I love you much, and I appreciate all of your support from the very beginning to now. If you're new to my fan base, welcome. I welcome you with open arms, and I appreciate you. I would say whatever dream you have, follow your dreams, keep God first,
Oh, yeah.
and do the work. When you have prayer and you do the work and you just seek His face, anything can happen.
That's
Anything
right.
can happen when you put your mind and your heart to it.
That's right. And where can folks out there can find your music on social media?
You can find my music on all streaming platforms. What I can name is Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Amazon, Tidal. Is there another one? There might be more. I think I named them all. But
Okay.
they're all going to be under my name, Jonay, which is Jona. It's going to be an apostrophe and then an E because technical issues, they don't take hyphens for whatever
yeah.
reason. So Jona hyphenated E, you'll find it there. Oh, and YouTube. Same thing.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what was missing.
Yeah. You can definitely find her videos for Fallen, which I need to go check out, and Find My Way. Definitely be sure that you check her videos out and make sure that you purchase her music. Okay, we gotta support. Jonay, thank you so much for coming on to WJZZ Cool TV to the
you.
Artist Showcase. Yes. And you are going to be with me again on HDub Power105.com this Sunday at 10 a.m. Be sure that you log into that. That is shown on Facebook. You can channel that on Alexa and Roku TV. And that name of my show on that particular platform is Lights Camera Lounge, which is a spinoff from my other show, The Entertainment Lounge. So be sure to follow me as well. I'm on Facebook under Tiny Michelle, the actress, and on Instagram under Tiny Michelle _ I believe it's 47, on Instagram. So be sure you follow me, okay? And anyone who wants to become a guest on the show, if you're a musician and artist, please go to Tiny Michelle at TMAC Productions with an S, LLC, at gmail.com. Thank you again, Jonay, for coming on to Wjzz Cool TV. I appreciate you. We definitely will have you back on the air. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'll see you next week. All right. We're out.
All right. We
Awesome,
did it.
awesome,
Thank you for
awesome.
having
You're
me. Yeah, it's great to see each other in person.
I know. Yes, yes, yes. Fine. That's right. We never met in person.
We never met in person.
Oh my God. We've done interviews and that's it, right? Love it, love it.